home of the Celtics. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Now, here is Holiday. No good from outside. And Stan, here we are watching DeAndre Hunter. What impresses you most about his game?
Well, I like how steady he has been since he came into the league. I like the fact that he's a guy who can make shots but doesn't need the ball a lot. And I especially like, Kevin, that he's just a guy who figures out what needs to be done, and he's willing to do any of it to help his team win.
What a great intangible, right? To shift during a game and, like you said, give the team what they need at that moment.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And he goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to Porzingis. Over Mobley. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
There's Garland. And the layup falls.
That was a tough bucket because I was on his ass.
Knows he's going to take contact, but does not back down.
Holiday with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
And here's Garland for three. The rebound by the Celtics.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside Tatum. Jacks up a three. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Here's Boston now. 3-point lead. Outside Holiday. Next to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Here's Mitchell. Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Cavaliers making a switch here.
Cavaliers substitution. Number 8.
On the wing, Mitchell. Mobley a screen. Again, Mitchell missing.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Now, here's Brown. That shot misses. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Okoro. And Okoro throws it down.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. It's his precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time. Really a terrific ability.
Now here's Brown. Still without a basket. Good on the triple.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
shooting.
The Cavaliers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Now here's Brown. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Now Okoro. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. For 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. It's tipped. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Joe Mazzulla. David.
And his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge, guys.
Thank you, David. Stolen by Tatum. And Okoro pulls it down. And
Good
it's
defense.
Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 7. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And Boston has possession. Now here's Tatum. Plays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now, here's Tatum. 5 points in the game.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Mitchell right side. Here's Mobley. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Celtics leading by 7 to the inside. Brown, good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Cleveland with the ball. Here's Mitchell driving inside. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And you got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Holiday. Softly drops in the floater. He has 6.
Oh, nifty make there from Holiday. There's such a nice pace to his game. The floater fits him well.
Now here's Green. Nothing on the board. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Good on the 3-point shot.
And that's Mitchell at his best. Playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
And here's Holiday. He has 6. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mitchell with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. On the wing, Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Back to Allen. Puts up a three. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics leading by 6. The three stolen by Okoro. And Mitchell with a clear path to the
That was my fault, y'all.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Welcome to the broadcast, man.
Out to Porzingis. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Fader on the way. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Mitchell. Allen trying to break free. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Brown deciding where to go with it. Rebounded by Allen. The Cavaliers trail by 4. There's Green with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
The 3 from Porzingis. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Celtics passing it around. Can they get it? Cavaliers with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Now, here's Brown. 5 points in the game. Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. They set the pick. Brown goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-6 run. The Cavaliers again can't hit. There's the triple. Mitchell comes up with the rebound. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Merrill. Craig pulls it in. Fires the 3.
That's some bullshit, man.
Pass to Pritchard. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It is Okeke. Craig pulls it in. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Craig. He's looking for Horford and finds him. He gets it in there. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That one falls.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Brown right side. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. A three from Garland. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Celtics up by 1.
22. The Cavaliers, 21.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Yeah, that was a sharp start, but we've got a long way to go. They're going to have to sustain that intensity.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Merrill. And that's off the glass and in. Merrill's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Cavs. Here's Shireman. Right side Horford. Here's Shireman. 4 on the clock. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here's Pritchard. No good on the quick three. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Hey, you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. It taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Here's Merrill. It's good from long range. Merrill's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Back to Tatum. Shoots over Strus. That's short off the rim. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Strus's shot is good. Strus has got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
And smart of Garland to stay flexible, finding a teammate instead of forcing that one.
Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Shireman. Just 5 on the clock. Hands it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 1. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Back to Strus. Merrill with the ball. From the arc. They get it back. And Allen slams it in.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
And there it is for him. Shireman's got 5 now.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Kicks it out to Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. Here's Shireman. That 3 off the mark. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Oh, very solid from deep. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
And it's Sam Merrill with the foul. That's his first foul. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Shireman. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Out left of the wing. Here's Tyson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Tatum, that's for 2. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
There's Garland. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
The 3 from Tatum. Ah, there's Tatum's range on display.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Good.
An old school finish there with the finger roll. You gotta be committed to a move like that, and he was.
Porzingis inside. Pass to Pritchard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Merrill with the ball. He has 5. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside, Porzingis. Here's Hauser. Pass to Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. Into the lane, Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim.
Now Merrill. From past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Not loose. A finish. Here's Allen. Finished off the break. Allen's got 5 now. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage, able to finish that one above the rim.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Driving the lane. Okoro shot is off. Here's Holiday. Mobley with the block. And they'll get another chance.
Get the fuck. Good block, man. That's funny. Hold on, sir.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Jason Tatum. It's his first trip to the line.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
And the second free throw, good. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you,
Man.
and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Cavaliers leading. Cleveland moving it around. Out to the wing. Pass to Mobley. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Stolen by Okoro. Mobley outside. Garland looking it over. Pass to Okoro. Back to Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Second team foul.
Cleveland on defense. Outside Holiday. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That will be foul number 5 on him. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Number 8, Javonte Green. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside White. Tatum a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Boston again missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
GA, these
That
Boston
nigga got
Celtics
lucky
are
right
unquestionably
there.
a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Pass to Porzingis. White wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Green. Mobley up top. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Hunter for three. Rebound, Boston. .44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's Tatum. It's to Holiday. Inside. Out to White. Launches a three. Kept alive by Boston. Tatum on the wing. Outside Holiday. Takes the three. Hunter grabs the miss.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
He can light up the night. Garland, no stranger to scoring in bunches.
Outside Holiday. Shoots over Garland. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Darius Garland has been leading the charge for Cleveland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly.
All right.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half.
Just have a better half, y'all. Let me see something real quick. I shot bad as shit that half. I shot horrible.
Early even so far.
Come on, y'all. Let's turn it up.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Mobley double teamed. Fires away from outside. Green, no luck. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And Darius Garland.
Hey, Drew, back his little ass down. Next time you won't play like that.
Second team foul.
Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. Here's Holiday. For the tie. The kick out to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Outside White. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown.
What the fuck?
That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Garland. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You gotta be shitting me, dude.
Garland's got 15.
Assertive there by Garland. Terrific off the bounce and just able to get by the defense.
All right. I get it, y'all. I get it. Come on.
Now here's Tatum. 14 points for him. Out to Porzingis.
What
And
the
stolen by
fuck,
Mobley.
bro?
To the paint. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
It's stolen by White.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
There's Garland. Rebound by the Celtics. On the wing, Brown. For the tie. Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. Back to Okoro. Clock at 6. Pass to Garland.
I'm about to say, man.
Stolen by Holiday. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here is Garland. He's got 15. Pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White with the defensive effort. Celtics trail by 3. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Brown outside. With a tie. Green with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. Deflects the pass. Mobley with it. 5 points in the game. And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Garland. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Mobley outside. Pass to Garland. Now, here's Hunter. Back to Garland. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor, Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Garland, that's for 2. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Now Brown, 12 points for him. Tatum with it, guarded by Hunter. Tatum's shot is off.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And the rejection by Tatum. Hunter, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Shireman. The Celtics working the ball around now. The score now all even. Horford's got 6 points.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. It wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "You can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time."
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Here's Tatum. He takes it in. Here's Shireman. 5 points in the game. drops in the layup for 2. He's got 7.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
There's Garland, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Garland's got 24.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Celtics trailed by 5. Holiday looking over the floor. That shot is off. Good D by Mitchell. And here's Cleveland. Down low. Here's Allen. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
It's time for some t-shirts right now, fans.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Merrill. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Got that one up quick. White's got 6 points.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Now here is Holiday. Fades and shoots. That one doesn't go.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You got to play smart.
3-pointer. And they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle.
You hate yourself. That sounds like a personal problem, man.
You can see
on the broadcast.
he didn't get squared up with his feet.
Talking to somebody on the broadcast, they just said they hate themselves. I said that sounds like a personal problem.
He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. And it's Porzingis laying it in. He has 6.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And here is Mitchell. 11 points in the game.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
The wide open look here for Holiday. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And here's Mitchell from the arc for the 3. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Mitchell's got 7 now in this quarter. Holiday with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Horford no luck.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
The drive by Mitchell. Allen. The layup off target. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up to the Boston Celtics. Out to the right wing. Pass to Horford. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. 8 points for Horford.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And here's Mitchell from the arc Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics trailed by 3. Holiday left side. Pass to White. The kick out to Holiday. And that one, good. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Hauser. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Porzingis feeling it out of it. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
Mitchell up top. 16 points for him. The tray. Al Horford with the rebound. It's a close game here in Boston. Holiday left side. Outside, Horford. Here's White. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Porzingis with the steal. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. For the lead. That shot missing.
And what a night he's having on the glass. Putting in the work to help his team close out possession.
Darius Garland has been leading the charge.
73.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. To tie it up. Right through the shoulder that time. All net. Shireman's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pass to Allen. Mitchell outside. And stolen by White. To the wing on the left. Here's Shireman. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Mobley inside. Yep, it counts. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Shireman. Clock at 6. Mobley with the block. Here's White. And he drives in. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Shireman. Fires the 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Merrill. The rebound by the Celtics. Pass to Craig. Out to White. Here's Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Shireman. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. A kick out to Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Here's White. Cracks in the tray. It's a tie ball game.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Shireman. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Pass to Merrill.
Celtics foul. First personal foul. And second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Celtics.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
Jaylen Brown.
Mitchell with it. And the shot goes in.
Donovan Mitchell.
And it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
I did not mean to do that
And
shit.
bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Brown, no good.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Third team foul.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Jason Tatum. Drew Holiday.
Here's Merrill. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Pass to Tatum. Stolen by Allen.
Fucking kidding me, bro.
The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Oh, the control Tatum plays with is just mesmerizing.
With the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Mitchell outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing here by 8. Brown with the bucket.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Here's Mitchell. Chalk up 2 there.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell's got 32 points in the game.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
A 3 from Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Tatum. Jared Allen grabs the miss. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Headed to the floor right now. It's
teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys.
Thank you, David. To the middle. And finished off by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. The Cavaliers making a change here. Celtics trail by 4. Brown outside. Outside Tatum. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Tatum.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Mobley outside. Pass to Garland. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Out to White to take the lead. Buries the long-range jumper. White's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
The kick out to Tatum. Sinking the tough shot, JAYSON Tatum.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Oh, and here we go. Coro's got it. The fast break chance. Outside Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got 26. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Holiday, and he banks in the layup. Holiday's got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Kick by Horford. Outside Tatum. No good on the triple.
I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. 2 points. That one goes. That's 28 points for Darius Garland.
And there's Garland coming up big. His confidence has to be through the roof.
White, good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that trade has been deadly.
Brown wide open, inside. They get it back. Pass to Holiday. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. And now the Cavaliers. It's break. And Okoro throws it down.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this
Man,
point,
bro,
focus
them niggas
is
is ass,
take care
bro.
of the ball, no needless
Fucking
fouls,
crazy,
and no
dog.
threes.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Bitch
Cannot
ass shit.
argue with the W.
And so they choose to
Fucking
intentionally foul.
bullshit ass shit, dog. Huh? Man. I'll be back, bro. Good game. fighting. You over here trying to joke, and you in a battle for your life, nigga. So if ain't shit funny, just let me know how long you gonna be, bro. Listen, just let me know how long you gonna be. Nigga, listen. You know what 4-1 is, right? A gentleman's suite, bro. Nigga, Monster, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here, this Monster, this what I'm about to tell you right now. This is your best team, right? And I'm gonna beat them. Hold on, listen here. You worry about me. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. This is your best team. I'm about to beat the fuck out them niggas, bro. I'm gonna show you. Like I said, my whole thing, like you talking about, I was doing step backs, this, that, and third. I'm showing you, like, nigga. You want to know why? Because this is what I told you. I told you a while ago. I said, bro, you're gonna see the difference between your gym time and my gym time. This is why I say, like, I don't see nothing different from you. I don't pull shit. Like, I'm only doing this type of shit because I'm showing you, like, bro, I don't. Hold on, listen what I'm trying. Hey, Monster, this nigga. Hold on, Monster. The nigga. Hold on, Monster. The nigga Shire, man, he's a fucking 69 overall, and he's cooking y'all niggas. He a 60. His overall rate not even this. He's a 69, and he's flaming y'all niggas. Listen, huh? Man, I hear what you saying, bro. Monster, I'm about to Monster. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to sweep them niggas, bro. I'm going to win 2 more games. It's going to be a 4-1 sweep. I already know what's getting ready to happen. Man. And out of respect, I wasn't going to say nothing to you out of respect, bro. But listen.
But you gotta understand, it don't matter when your controller was lagging in the third quarter and you kept playing.
Why are we still talking about that?
I don't care. Ain't no you're not disrespecting me, nigga. You felt like you could.
Monster. Why are you? Monster, listen. Monster, you're Monster. Monster.
You can still win like
Monster, you in trouble, bro. You worry about the wrong. You worry about the.
About that, and he could have just said, "I gotta go get a stick and let me look at my stats." He didn't have to do it like that. That's called anger, man.
Yeah,